Morning, morning. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I've been to my Sunday service, Davon. Don't let me keep you from your Sunday service, though. If you got to go to service, do that first. Don't let me keep you from your Sunday service. I've been to mine. Good morning. Good morning, TLB. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, B. Good morning, B. Good morning, Agnes. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you guys for falling in. Morning, Sega Genesis. Good morning, Sega Genesis. Morning. Get this thing rolling. D Boulder, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What up, BDSQ? What up, Dog Team? Root to the bros. Root to the bros. Root to the bros. So, welcome back. Welcome back. And you guys see by the thumb, even though I don't know why the thumb didn't load, I spent all that good time putting that thumbnail together and it didn't act right. But we're going to talk about Roger Rosengarten. It's game 2 for Roger versus the Falcons, and we're going to focus on Roger for this live stream. We're going to take a look at the first drive, the second drive, and the fourth drive. The first drive resulted in, I think the first two resulted in punts. Then the fourth drive resulted in the touchdown. So we're going to take a look at those drives, and it's 18 plays. And we all going to lock in on Roger Rosengarten. It's not going to be like an everybody like we did last week with everybody. We're going to do individuals this week. I know we're going to start with Rosengarten. We'll have somebody else maybe later today, but definitely tomorrow. And we'll, do it individually instead of trying to lump everybody in together like that and give everybody their individual space. So we're going to start with Roger Rosengarten. And I'm not sure who else I'm going to do yet, but I know I want to do Rosengarten, and we're going to start with that. So let's just dive on into it. And again, I appreciate you guys for popping in. And I can see the comments because I have my phone up, but the way I have to do this, I won't be able to see the comments like I normally do. Like I really can see the comments to the left of me and kind of respond to them. I got my phone up, and so if I look at my phone, I can see your comments, but I can't see them on my big screen. So if I don't respond to something you say, don't charge it to my head. But if I look at my phone, I'll see it. All right. So let's kind of dive on into this film and go from here. Let me see. Now I am going to give you guys a choice though. I think I'm going to give you guys a choice. Do we want this version? Do you want this version? So in the chat box, do you want number 1? Or do you want number 2? This is number 1. This is number 2. In the chat box, which one you want? Which one you want to do a film with? 1 or 2? Let me know. You got 2 minutes before we get started. 1 or 2? This is 1. This is 2. Let me know real quick. Which version of film we want to do? Agnes says 2. D Boulder 2. Sadiq 2. B More 2. All right. So hey, that means y'all don't want to see my face. Forget y'all. I don't care anyway. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. We're gonna go 2 then. The majority rules. We're gonna go with 2. All right. So let's ride. Let's ride. All right. Let's Roger highlight it right there. They run an outside zone. I love the hand placement because his goal is to try to get. They run the outside zone. His goal is to try to get to that shoulder and cut him off. That's his goal. And watch the hand fighting. I love the hand fighting. And again, to me, and I'm going to say this before we get started, the outside zone stuff, the inside zone stuff is best for Roger. The power and counter stuff, he struggles at. And that's mainly because he's not as strong as some of the other people. And at no fault of his, that's just the way his body structure is. And he physically can get stronger. So we know his faults is just strength right now, and he can work on that. But you don't get everything in every lineman. Everybody's not Penei Sewell. Everybody can't be strong as a house and agile as a house too. I mean, not agile as a house, agile as a cat. Look at the hand fight, because he know he's trying to get to the other side. Not allowing the defender to put their hands on him and press him out. He's still trying to fight to get to the other side. Turn. There you go. That's it. That's what we need. Split the defense. Now, when a lineman can get that body turned like that, he cuts the defense in half. And you see the back cutting off of him. Now, we don't get a whole bunch of yards off this, but the goal is to get on that inside shoulder, get a turn, and split the defense. So, in my opinion, this is a good rep from Roger. We don't get a lot of yards on him because of what they do on the other side. But again, we're not focusing on the other side right now. We solely locked in on Roger and his performance. And the only way you can kind of lock in on it, like when I used to have to evaluate O-lineman as a coach, I used to have to make myself lock in on one dude and make sure he did his job. So that's what we're doing today with the big circle. We ain't worried about Falele and the rest of them yet. We just locking in on Roger, and we want to evaluate how Roger did his job. So that's why we got the circle on them, because we don't care about the other four today. All we're focusing on is Roger. We don't care about cinder block feet. We don't care about Makari. We don't care about Voorhees. We don't care about Jones. Roger Rosengarten is our focus of today's video. Play 2. So this is second down. Or the second play, I'm sorry. Now this man can pass pro his butt off. I will say that. He can pass pro his butt off. Tries to bull rush. And again, we talked about this in one of the videos last week. Manny Weather at the offensive line masterminds, Terrion Armstead, he says most edge guys or most defenders, their base rush is power. So if you can't stop power, you can't play in the NFL. So you got to be able to stop power. Power is the first thing you got to be able to stop. I think the number was 85% of people that rush have power. And then the other 15% have other moves. And right, that's a good job of stopping power. Because 50 just tries to go down the middle of them. Now, his hands are in the wrong spot. Hands need to be on the inside. Hands need to be inside, thumbs up. But he don't just get walked back to the quarterback. That's a good job. And at some point, you are going to go backwards because you have to absorb the contact. But that's not a bad job. Not a bad job of absorbing the shock and stopping the rush. And again, this dude comes from way out of there. You see him, he's not even in the screen. He's way out of the bubble. So he's trying to come from that wide 9 technique, or maybe even a 7, to try to get that angle. And it's quick game too, so you just got to stop that initial shot and the ball's going to come out. This was a quick slant to Kirkwood. See, my honest opinion is we know what we have in Makar, so let's call the right game and have Rosengarten in a good position to pass blocking scheme. Yeah. All right, this is one of the concepts I feel that he has an issue with. This is power. Yeah, this is power. Power or counter. This is power or counter. Now he's going to get help from Cornrow Kolar. Cornrow Kolar does a great job of identifying the double team point. Now, because Kolar is not the biggest, he understands that you need to hit the guy. Well, you can't see it. You can't see it on my screen, my bad. I thought you could see it. But he understands you need to hit the guy. You see the 5 on this guy's jersey? He understands you need to hit that guy right there in that area below that 5 to move him, because Kolar is not a big guy. And he did it wonderfully last game. I mean, wonderfully. He's going to do it again. And you see that movement that he gets with Rosengarten? That's great. Now, Kolar has to come off to block 52. Now, this is where Roger has flaws. When Kolar comes off, watch 59 just cross his face and get right into the gap where the running back's going. This is, like I said, he has flaws when we have to run our power counter stuff because he's just not strong enough to maintain. Him and Kolar did a great job on the initial double team. Now Kolar is coming off of 52, the linebacker, which is what he's supposed to do. That's how it's drawn up. and see how Roger just get thrown out the way, and the guy gets in there and helps on the tackle. You got to be able to maintain that when Kolar comes off. So that right there, they're great. And that's mostly because, he came off the ball. Kolar got the help. His hat needs to be right there. See where his hat is right there? That's where it needs to stay. And watch his hat get on the other side. Now his hat on the other side, that's bad. You got to be able to maintain that leverage. You got to be better at power and counter if he's going to play the whole game. Because we can't just run outside, inside zone the whole time. And he got to be better at it. But that's, to me, and that's where his flaw is at. And again, everybody can't be Penei Sewell, Trent Williams. You can't be, strong as and lift the whole gym and be as agile as, some of the skill guys. That's where those gifted guys, that's why they make all that money, because they super strong and they super quick. Most serviceable offensive linemen are either one or the other. They super quick and agile, or they're extremely strong. When you get a combination of both, then you got a Avenger. That's when you got an Avenger. But he will get stronger, just like Davon said. He will get stronger. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, Cole will definitely be in that blocking. This is some kind of zone concept. Now, initially, this is like that right there. That shouldn't happen. You're either going to have to go on, because last week they did it, and he came around Falele into this next gap. Right here, you either got to make up your mind to go around Falele or go ahead and take this guy on. Running directly into Falele, that's not good. See, that right there is not good. Now, he eventually slides off of it to make it right, though. He slides off of it to make it right, and then Falele tries to go and get 40. So they eventually make it right. But those initial first steps are not good. Now, what I will say is, this is part of the reason why you need to find 5 guys and they need to jail. Because this comes from 5 guys not playing well together and not knowing the steps and not knowing each other. This is mixing and matching. This is what happens when you mix and match all the time. They don't know each other's tendencies. This comes from playing with different guys all the time. When you get 5 guys up there and they have continuity, this stuff don't happen. But I know it's preseason. They're trying to find 5 guys, so I understand. So it's really not a big issue. But once you find 5 guys and they play together, stuff like this don't happen. But they did try to fix it, and you got a good push. Got him a little pancake too. Got him a little pancake out of it too. Let's see. Young says, do you notice that he's in a 3-point stance on run plays? And I didn't pay attention to that. That's a dead giveaway if that's the case. I didn't pay attention to that, Young. I'll see if I can pay attention to it. I didn't pay attention to it. Good observation. So in a 2-point stance here, is this pass? Yep, sure is. Sure, good observation, Young. I didn't. Good pickup. And that's the type of stuff you notice when you be in the film room with guys. You have guys assigned to pick up on stuff like that. I didn't notice that watching. I kind of watched a little bit of it this morning because I didn't expect this film to even be up. I was just on NFL Network looking at stuff and saw the film up and started cutting. So I didn't even expect this to be up. But again, I love this dude in pass pro. I do. Look at the retrace. Initially, hands outside in the wrong spot. Watch him flip them hands right up under and reach. Look at that. Right up under where it need to be. Now, he don't get the grab like he need to, but he definitely trying to retrace them hands. Definitely look at him trying to retrace that hand, especially that left hand. Because it's outside and out of place, and the 50 wins inside. The man that wins inside normally is the man that wins the leverage. And he knows he got to get that hand back inside. He instantly tries to flip it back up inside. Instantly. And you still look at him trying to grab. Look at him fingers trying to grab. I don't know how good the definition is on for you guys, but he definitely trying to grab right there. Trying to get the hand on the breastplate or them shoulder pads. Trying to grab. Look at the footwork though. Slide. Now you get a little win right there by the defender. But now at this point, okay, I done lost. I just got to push him by. Hopefully my quarterback got enough sense to step up. But somebody else lost. See, that's why we're not focused on whoever else lost, because that's not Rosengarten's fault. Oh, that's the play Voorhees got beat on that everybody was clamoring about. But we'll talk about Voorhees another time. Not today. Not today. And that's what we're here for, to teach. That's what we're here for, to teach. Now this is, I want to say this is power to the other side. So when on power to the other side, is Falele pulling? Yep, Falele is pulling. So what he has to do is stab and hinge. So his responsibility is to step hard as he can down into this gap that Falele is pulling from, to cover it up, and then pivot and open to make sure nobody comes from the outside. At least nobody, comes tight from the outside. If they run way around him, that's one thing. But as long as they don't come tight off his butt, that's different. So when Falele pulls, his job is to step down as far as he can to close that gap as fast as he can. See? But Macari's coming too, so they got to pinch that gap as fast as they can to close that space that Falele pulled from. So now that Macari's there, his job is to try to come off and peel off on 50, which he does. And with his quickness, he can do that because he quick. His quickness, he can do that. He quick at that. Now, the thing I said with power and counter, the issue is when they run power and counter to him, he got to move people. If they running away from him, he can do this. He can do this because he real quick. And this is kind of irrelevant to his position, but he had the fastest 40 at the combine. He was the fastest runner at the combine. But, offensive linemen don't run 40, so take that for a grain of salt. Take that with a grain of salt. Nah, this is specialty. Get him in space, let him do his thing. Remember last year that run when Keith Mitchell versus Seattle and Tyler Linderbaum pulled and got in space and did his thing? This looks very similar. So imagine him and Tyler Linderbaum in space with somebody with any of our backs behind them. And this is him versus a DB. So that athleticism I just mentioned, where he struggles with power stuff in the box, he'll excel versus DBs that can't just outmaneuver him in space. Where you have a negative from his game, now you got a positive, where other guys won't. So say you got a big lumberer like Falele. Falele can't get out there and do this. They'll just run around Falele. But they can't just, Falele can probably down block with the best of them where Roger can't. So you have trade-offs. You have trade-offs. But then the people that can do it all, like I said, they Avengers. And with Rosengarten, he can get better at the things that he's not good at. That's the good thing about him. You can get stronger. Your technique can get better. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Look at the kicks. Bam. Bam. Perfect form. Perfect form. And they try to stunt, his eyes go right to 54. His eyes go right to 54. Now, the thing right here is, we are going to talk about some of the other guys. Because they in the picture. This 3-man stunt. His eyes transition to 54. Falele eyes got to transition too. And they don't. They don't. Macari eyes got to transition. They don't. Well, Falele eyes transition late. They all transition late. Roger's eyes the only ones transition with it. Now, does he need to communicate? Maybe verbally? Maybe. Because look at Falele. Just not transitioning. Macari just not transitioning. Maybe the communication needs to be better. But Rosengarten is the only one that transitioned as it's happening. See, 50 starts to go behind the two defenders now. Rosengarten is the only one that's starting to transition now. Maybe some kind of verbal communication needs to happen because the other two guys are late. You see their eyes come late. And I'm assuming 50 gets through there. I'm assuming. Because Josh is running. But he's the only one. Still got a completion, though, to Ishmael. And I thought he got that first down on that play, too. I remember that play. I thought he got that first down. Jeremiah, they started they started McCarvey at center this game. He wasn't hurt. And then later on in the game, maybe the second or third series, or maybe even the second quarter, they put Ben Cleveland at center. I think they're just trying to see who's gonna be the better center if something happens to Linderbaum in the season. And honestly, when Samac came in with the backups, with the real backups, Samac was moving people. So, Samac don't look bad at center when he get in the game. So, I mean, I think we're gonna be straight at center, honestly. All right, so those are the first two drives. This is the beginning of the touchdown drive. So this is the fourth drive right here. This is the fourth drive. Love it. Love it. Great footwork. Great footwork in pass pro. So this is definitely quick. This is a play action. So it comes off like a run. That's why you don't see the traditional kick. So it got to look like a run. Slide. Shuffle. Shuffle. And it really right here looks like an inverted kick step. Instead of going backwards, it's going forward. Post pound. But forward. The guy changes direction, sticks his foot in the ground, goes right with it. Now he tries to bull rush him, drop them hips, stops the bull rush. Now, he really don't drop the hips, but he does stop the bull rush. And get a completion to the back. Great job of pass pro. Great job of selling the run, and then transitioning into pass pro. Great job of selling the run, then transitioning into pass pro. Next play. All right, this is one of his better run, just straight up run blocking plays. I love, again, replacing that hand. Hands outside the framework of the body. Watch it slide inside. Outside the front, because that technically could be called holding. See him slide it inside. And once he slides it inside, then he start moving the guy. See the difference? Right there, they had a stalemate. Slide their hand inside. Now he start winning. The hand inside make a difference. It makes a difference in leverage. I know it seems small, it seems minute, but you get that hand inside and you can start winning. It makes a difference in leverage. It makes a difference. Now, eventually, the defender kind of, fights him. Look at that rip. The defender kind of rips it off right there at the end and gets inside. But at first, nobody's moving. It's just a stalemate. We just sit here titty bumping. Roger gets that hand inside. Now I'm going to move you. And again, for those that's joining late, we got the circle up here because we don't want to focus on the other four guys up there. We just want to lock in completely on Rosengarten. That's why I put the magnifying glass up there, because I don't want to put my focus on nobody else and get distracted from Rosengarten, because we trying to stay true to the task today. And the other guys will have their day, their moment. We're almost at 50 likes. I can't at the end, I'll go back and do it. Keep up with me, B, and at the end, I'll go back and do it, because I can't pull it down. I can't pull the film down and go back and do it, because y'all see everything. Y'all see all my back screens and everything, the way I got it set up. But just keep up with it, B, and I'll at the end, when I put myself back on the screen, I'll go back and give everybody their tally points. So remind me, B. You the secretary today, B. See, look, I'm telling you, man, this man coming into the league is great at pass pro. And again, like somebody reminded me the other day, didn't give up a sack in 2 years at Washington. Cross chop by this guy, and it's successful cross chop by the defender. Knocks the arm off. But good, you know how you beat that? Good footwork. And he comes right back with it, because he got good footwork. He don't have stagnant feet. He wasn't over what's the word? I don't want to say lunge. He wasn't overexposed and on that punch. He was calm with it. He didn't put too much in that punch. He was able to keep his good footwork, keep the shuffle going, never crossed over, didn't have clicky feet. Because like I said, it was a successful cross shot by the defender. But because Rosengarten has good feet, he was able to adjust and stay with it. And now at this point, he should have just dogged him. Because at that point right there, the defender's off. Now, I will say this, both of Rosengarten's feet are off the ground. But at this point, if Rosengarten's feet were on the ground, he could have just dog walked this defender because he's falling back. He's falling back. At this point, he could have just pancaked this guy. If he had been to a point where either one of his feet had been on the ground, the defender was off balance. He had got the guy off balance. What up, Rave? You can see where his quickness comes into play. That was a real good rep. Sure was. And that was just let's just close this gap. Oh, there was he had this step gap hinge again. But he got to step down real fast. We talked about it earlier. Because Falele on pull, he got to step down fast as he can to close that gap. And now Cleveland's in the game. So him and Ben Cleveland got to close that gap fast as he can. And they got to pick up the next guy coming. So what happened was Sharp should have got this guy that's flying by your screen. And Roger sees it. Sharp should have got that guy that's doing that. And Roger's looking like, what was that? That man you see, that blur that's going by in that black jersey, that's Sharp's guy. That's what that is. That blur that went by, that he belonged to Sharp. And this is an outside zone. It looks like outside zone, but it's really a sprint out. So for offensive lineman, it's outside zone, but you can't go upfield. Sprint protection is outside zone, but just don't go upfield. So same principles, just you can't climb the linebacker. Protect your gap. And he has nobody that says outside or was inside. So anything show up, you get it. And that's what he did with the linebacker. Suck that backhand, because really, that's Falele's guy. And so you protect it or whatever. And we got a first down out of it to Malik, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, to Malik. If I'm not mistaken, that was fourth down too. I think that was fourth down. So now we come back with a first down here. This is what he good at. Even though it's on the backside of outside zone, this is what he good at. So the key here is for him, he's trying to get to this. Can y'all see? No, y'all can't see my mouse. Can y'all see my mouse over here? Yeah, y'all can see it. He's trying to get to this side of the defender. He's trying to get to his left side of that defender and try to turn him back to try to create a lane for try to split the defense. That's what he's trying to do. So he's gonna have to fight to do it because that guy slid inside and now has inside leverage on it. Let's see if he can do it. Great first step. Great first step. Great first step. So I used to work for a guy. I used to work with a guy. Not for a guy. With a guy. And he played at Mississippi State when they had Dan Mullen, when they were pretty darn good. I think Dak was still there too. And through that guy is how I met Dak. But he said one of his steps was for outside zone. The technique was J step, then nuts. So the first step, and the way he taught it was this left step should have been like a J step. So it should make like a J as you do it. Then that right foot should be toward the defender's nuts. That's how he taught it. And then you should try to get to the middle of the guy. That was his technique for teaching it to the young guys. So let's see if that's kind of like a universal thing. J step, which that's what it looks like. Then that back foot should try to go straight to the defender's crotch. I'm going to say crotch because I forgot we got young ladies in here. I'm sorry. That. And now you're trying to get to the midpoint of the defender, which is, he's at the midpoint. Universal teaching, different words. Universal teaching, just different words. That's what it is. Universal teaching, different words. And now you just got to fight. Once you get to the midpoint, you got to fight. Because the defender's going to fight too. It ain't going to always happen easy. The defender going to fight too. Now, this rep probably would have been better if this dude with these center blocks on his feet did his job instead of just sliding. Because you should, and I know we said we was going to focus on Rosengarten, but I'm sorry. I know we said we was going to focus on Rosengarten. But look, let's do a comparison. I'm sorry. I know we said we was going to focus on Rosengarten, but look at Rosengarten's steps. It looks like he's running, which is what you should be doing on outside zone. Running your feet, trying to fight. Why is this dude shuffling? Why is he shuffling and struggling? Why is he shuffling? This dude 8 feet tall, 900 pounds. Why? I'm sorry. Let's get back to what we was doing. I'm sorry. David, I'm sorry. Lord, let me log back in. Let me get another sip of this coffee and log back in. Okay. Refocus. What play I'm on? Did I just watch this? See, I done lost track where I'm at. Messing with this dude. Oh, that's okay. Now I know where I'm at. All right. Next play. All right. So again, it ain't all, it ain't all roses. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is pin and pull. Because you got Cleveland pulling from the center. Which, with Cleveland pulling from the center, this is another notch in his bag because I didn't think Cleveland was athletic enough to do this. But again, we're going to stay with Rosengarten. Now, these ain't great steps. I will say this. This is not great steps from Rosengarten. And see, the linebacker even knocks him off. The linebacker creates great leverage and knocks him backwards. So again, the gap stuff, the stuff where he got to move people, that's not his greatest asset right now. And this guy actually gets in on the tackle. She makes the tackle, honestly. But the thing is, you have to put him in these situations because you can't just do outside zone, inside zone. We have to run some power and counter to have a variation of our run schemes. So, and then you can't take him out when we do it because then it's a dead giveaway. Like somebody mentioned earlier in the chat, he was in 2-point stands in pass plays and a 3-point stands in run plays. That gonna have to be fixed. Because then you're giving away what's about to go on. Now I don't know if it has continued throughout this stream because I forgot to pay attention to it. But let's see what it is in this play. Oh, he in a 2-point stands on this one. This is a run play. Okay, so maybe it got fixed. But yeah, like I said, all his reps ain't good now. He got flaws. And that, like Jeremiah said, that's a bad rep right there. That's a bad rep. But again, that ain't outside zone, the inside zone. He normally have bad reps on power or counter or some kind of scheme where he got to actually move people and hold the point. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, my bad. What up, Hawk? Again, another good rep in pass pro. I'm telling you, pass pro, man, this dude he got it. I did. Dude try to cross chop. Appreciate you, Jared. Jared says, I hope we pick up a guard later on. I hope so too. I hope so too. Like, because I mean, we got to find the right guard. Even if Ben Cleveland ain't it, we got to get a guard in the draft, or maybe I don't think nobody out there in free agency. I think we just got to deal with what we got as far as offensive linemen and find somebody that can do it. I don't think nobody out there in free agency. I just don't think nobody's out there. The pass pro, he tried. No, this ain't the cross chop. He just trying to chop that wrist. And actually, in this case, 91 misses. Because what he's trying to do is he's trying to take that fist and pound his elbow down. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to make a fist with his left hand, the hand with the white glove on it, and with Rosengarten having that arm extended, he's trying to hit him right in the not the wrist, the elbow. He's trying to hit him in the elbow. And he missed the elbow. He hit him further up in the arm, and that ain't really do nothing, but maybe put a bruise on his arm. Because if you don't hit him in the wrist, he'll hit him in the wrist and the whole arm will go down. But he missed. The defender missed. And Roger just replaced it. So his arm going down ain't because of the hit from the defender. It's just he trying to get it inside. And now he got it right where he wanted. Where you going? We can sit here and dance all day. We can sit here and dance all day. We can Cupid shuffle all day. Where you going? And honestly, look at center block feet up there. Look at center block feet. Both of them. They in unison. It's a good rep for both of them. It's a good rep for Rosengarten and center block feet. They in unison right there. Where y'all going? We're on a double date right now. They double dating. It's a good rep for both of them. Chris, I see your son out there catching them slants. I hope Tyler make it. Tyler deserves to make it. He done more than any of them receivers with less reps. With less reps. No, I ain't sleeping on Cleveland. I definitely ain't sleeping on. I like Cleveland. Y'all know that I like Cleveland. I do. Other people don't. I like Cleveland. We got some movement. Got a little movement. I'm not sure. All right. So I'm not sure the angle of this double team and why it went like this. And maybe he did the wrong responsibility. But 91 gets rid of Kolar ASAP. And then Rosengarten takes him on and then runs him up out of there. So I don't know if this is double team should look like this is what I'm saying. So I don't know if Rosengarten had blocked the wrong assignment or what. But he finally gets some movement on a play away though. I want to say Rosengarten went the wrong way. I think he did. I think he blew the assignment on this one. I think Rosengarten blew the assignment on this one. Stabbing hinging again. We've seen this 3 times so far. He throwing that hand to check that gap. Ben Cleveland got it. Now he got to make sure nobody comes from the backside. He picks up the backside guy. Now, what if the puller is going this way? Why is the back coming this way? Oh, some got blew up on the other side. But again, that's why we focusing just on Rosengarten. Rosengarten doing his job. Nobody coming from the backside. Roger did his job. Nobody coming from the backside. And this play here, y'all tap that like button. And it's just boot action. This is the play we got the touchdown on. Boot action it's gonna look like outside zone. That's all you gotta do. Make it look like outside zone. You just can't go upfield. Outside zone, can't go upfield. That's all you gotta do. And we get to that boot action where the lady called it she called it short at first, but eventually got overruled as a touchdown. And that's Roger, man. That's what we got out of Roger, man. I think he looked better than he did his first game. And matter of fact, let me put myself up here so I can give you guys your points. So I can take this off and give you guys your points because I wasn't able to do it while it was up there. Give you guys your points because you deserve them for coming through and hanging out with me. There we go. B was making sure we did. How many we at? We had 61. So I owe y'all some points before I close this out. I got to close this out. I got some closing thoughts, so don't leave yet. Let me give y'all points first though. Got some closing thoughts. But I'm gonna make sure I give y'all points first. But hitting that like button. I appreciate everybody for doing that. 25 giving. 50 giving. All right. So as far as Roger, his matter of fact, well, let me. I wonder if PFF done their grades yet. Let me check and see if PFF did their grades yet for this game. Let me tell you what PFF says about Roger. Since you guys, do so much for me, I don't mind sharing it because that's the purpose of you guys donating and doing those things. It gives me the opportunity to go and have these things and then share them with y'all. Roger Rosengarten. Let me see. Have they by player? Roger. Preseason offense. They have not done game 2. Okay. So to me, Rosengarten has definitely gotten better. He's definitely pop this out. He's definitely gotten better from game 2. From game 1. And I've said it throughout the stream, so you probably can kind of get an idea of how I feel about him. Outside zone, well, his positives. Outside zone, inside zone, pass pro are his positives. His negatives, holding and the backside of power are his positives. Like when he has the gap hinge or stabbing hinge, however your terminology is. His negatives, holding the point on power and counter, like where he has the down block, and then they run in, the pullers come behind him. He's not good at that yet, but that can be fixed because, and the reason I think he's not good at it yet because he's just not strong enough. Like he'll get there and he'll come off low enough, but then the D tackles are so much stronger than him that they'll ragdoll him and throw him out the way. Once he gets, because his hat will be in the right spot. But like DJ Reader and guys like that, and even I think it was 98 that just took him and get your little butt out the way and went on and made the play. So he knows where to be. He's just not strong enough to hold it. Because initially he'll come off, hands in the right spot, hat in the right spot, and then just man strength to take over. And he just ain't strong enough yet. So he ain't gonna get it yet because you ain't gonna pick up strength in the season. In the season, you're just trying to maintain. Now, when he does pick up strength, will his quickness fall off because of that? I don't know. But I think he can sacrifice some quickness to pick up strength because he's plenty fast. His short area quickness is second to none. Second to none. Like, and then what we need him for? No, we need him for all that, honestly. We need him for all that, honestly. I think he should start at right tackle, honestly. I think he should start at right tackle. And our play calling should be geared toward minimizing his putting him in bad positions. Because we're going to see TJ Watt. And like somebody put TJ Watt going to be licking his chops. But TJ Watt going to lick his chops on anybody. Nobody can consistently block TJ Watt. Nobody. We always talk about who's got it better than us. Who can block TJ Watt all the time? Nobody. Who can block my boy from the Browns. Who can watch my boy from the Browns all the time? Nobody. Even them two cats the Bengals got. They ain't slouches. The guy from they ain't slouches. So we gonna see premier pass rushes. Might as well throw them on out there. Might as well. Might as well. Ain't no sense of trying to hide him. Ain't no sense of trying to hide him. Just put his foot in the fire, let him get his feet wet, and it is what it is. Myles Garrett, that's what I was trying to say, Ghost. Appreciate it. It is what it is. We threw Farley out there at left tackle a couple years ago, and he had never played left tackle. Not in high school, not in college. We threw Farley at left tackle. Gave him plenty of help. So we got to get Rosengarten help versus them elite guys. So be it. So be it. But we should be able to run the ball enough to where you can't just pin your ears back and rush our quarterback. Should be. Should be. Hey, but that's Roger for y'all, man. Let me see if this works. Hold on. I appreciate y'all for coming through. For those that were not in church or had already went to church or going later or whatever the case is, I had already been. So I decided to hop on and share this with you guys. And everybody get their just due throughout the week. Everybody get their just due throughout the week. So we'll see, everybody throughout the rest of the week, man. This is the first one of the week. Again, I'll have, for those that like just football in general, I'll have 3 videos on the second channel throughout the week. I don't know who yet. I'm going to do some research on it a little bit later and see who I want to do. And so I have 3 videos on More Sip the Tally, and we'll definitely have videos every day for the rest of this week. Today's Sunday, so we got the call-in show tomorrow at 6. We have the roundup at 9 p.m. We have film videos Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that's the schedule for the rest of the week, man. Thank y'all for getting up and coming watch some film with me. And I enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. Peace and love, and I appreciate y'all. Hey, did y'all see Joe Evans out there doing that cardio? Hey, if we can get them 2 likes, I'll hang around. If we can get them 2 more likes, I'll definitely hang around. Let's see if we get them 2 more likes before we go. Hit that like button before we get up out of here. We over 100 people. Okay, hit them likes so we can get them points before we dip. One more. Uno más. Uno más. There it is. There it is. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let me get where I need to be. Loyalty. Add points to all viewers. Don't lurk now. Remember, you got to chat to get on the board. And then once you get on the board, you reap these benefits. All right, I added 75. Now I'm gone, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Peace and love.